Okay, YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As always, just before our exhibition, our club exhibition on May 14th and 15th of 2022 here in Melbourne, my club exhibition, Bonsai Northwest, we're having a show and sale. The exhibition is pretty spectacular. It's going to have all brilliant trees. So if you're in Melbourne, Victoria, even if you're interstate, you want to come down, don't miss out. Awesome show. It's at the Footscray Community Arts Centre, and we'll see you there. I'll be there all day. I'm mainly working in the sales area, looking after people and so on. But yep, come on down and have a look at our great show. So just before the show, what I like to do is actually sell off my trees. The reason is, at our club show, members can sell the trees at the show. So, but I want to take display trees in my car rather than sale trees. So my goal is usually before a show, maybe 6 weeks, probably 6 weeks now before it happens, I like to try and move the stock that I've got. Whatever I don't sell online to the community, I then sell at the show. So let's start off with a couple of nice little small trees. You would have seen this one before. It's a spruce, lovely little miniature foliage spruce. It's got lovely shari in there. That's one tree one that'll be selling. It's pretty close to being in a show by itself if you really want to. Just clean it up, put a bit of moss and ready to go. So I forgot to say that if you want to buy anything, I have a price list that you can email me and I will send it to you. I found that's the easiest way, and if it's on the list, it's for sale. If it's not on the list, it's sold. So pretty easy. I just send you a PDF and it's just email me at bonsaiworks@gmail.com. Pretty straightforward. Okay, that's the first one, the spruce. Alright, so the next tree I've got is a little chochubu, Japanese flowering quince. You would have seen this on my channel before a few times. They're starting to lose their leaves because it's autumn here in Melbourne, but it's a chochubu. Very small, slow growing, extremely hard to find. So nice little trunk on these guys. It's nothing huge, but it takes a long time to get this going. So it's a Japanese flowering quince, a chochubu. So that's the first one. I've got a few more I'll show you. Here's another little chochubu as well. This one's lost its leaves. Pretty much see how they've got all yellowed off already. But it should be fine. Obviously it's fine. This one's got a really good nabari. I'll zoom in for you guys to see the nabari on that one. Really good, but yeah, autumn's here, lost its leaves. It'll flower after this. We're coming into winter. It should be a nice little tree. It's got all the thorns, which you just be careful of, which Japanese flowering quince do. So another chochubu, Japanese flowering quince. Here's a chochubu that's still got most of its leaves. It's still got the wire on it. It doesn't really cut in. It's very slow growing, as I mentioned. Nice little chochubu. You get it for the flowers. These guys really are nice trees, little trees. Again, very slow growing chochubu. So more for a beginner, new to bonsai. It's a lovely little Japanese maple. Nothing too spectacular, but a nice little starter tree if you're keen. Little starter, if you want a little starter Japanese maple. Pretty easy to do. I forgot to mention the chochubu. The smaller trees I can post interstate, but anything a bit larger is too risky. Now this is a lovely little Chinese elm. It's a really nice, unique pot it's in too. It's a handmade pot. It's quite an old tree. It's got a bit of it's got bark in there. It's got a bit of a deadwood feature in there too. A lovely little tree, really nicely shaped. Just a matter of trimming it, keeping it trimmed, and it's a lovely tree to show off. So a nice little Chinese elm, this one. So this is an olive, of course. I think I've done this on the channel before. Nice sized olive. Just need to work on it, let it fill out, let it develop. It's nice and healthy. Probably pick the front somewhere around there. A bit more growth around to make it a big canopy style. An olive there for sale. Next is I think it's a lily pilly. Could be a privet, but I'm been told it's a lily pilly. Big fat base, nice big fat base. Lily pilly starting to develop well. This thing I treat like a weed almost, just keep it trimmed, and it's starting to bud back and fill out really well. But getting too big for me, and hopefully someone's keen to buy this one. I believe it's a lily pilly, but could be a privet. But yeah, it's quite nice. Multi-trunk, really good base, pretty decent size. If you see my hand, pretty big size. Here's a nice group of trees. Now I can't remember the name of these guys. I'm so sorry, but yeah, lovely little group. If you're keen, I think it'll make good gifts, especially something like this coming up. If you've got any gifts you want to give away, this is not too bad. Nice little group there. I just can't remember the species. I'm sure someone will tell me what it is in due time. So this is probably the best one in this lot that I've got for sale. It's the biggest one, pretty old, nice Chinese elm. You would have seen this in my channel a few times, how I've cleaned it up. It's starting to look really nice and starting to fill out. Just need someone to dedicate more time, keeping it trimmed, keeping it looked after. It's back budded a lot already this year. It should keep back budding and become a really good tree in the future sometime. But another Chinese elm, really quite large base. You can see my hand to the size of it. I can fill in a barrier around there. Probably 40 centimetres to 50 centimetres, I guess, tall. Not too bad size. Yeah, couldn't ship this one, but if you're in Melbourne and you want a Chinese elm, here we go. So what I have here is Chinese quince, not Japanese quince, but Chinese quince. So these are white flowered ones, but I just want to show you the bases on those. They're quite nice. So they're starting to develop really well. I just haven't done much with them. This is probably the pick of the lot, the nice little trunk there. And then this is a multi one. I don't usually stock like this, but I just need to clear it out. I don't want to take these to the show to sell them. So these are Chinese quince and they're white flowers because that's what the parent tree is. And these come off the parent tree. Now if you're starting off in bonsai, nothing wrong with having a few little nice small trees. These are a couple of small olives. Really nice. This one's got a bit of movement in this one. So just grow it on and just see how you go. It's very easy to do. And this one's got nice movement. This one's a bit fatter trunk, but it's a bit more straighter. So these will be up for sale. Pretty cheap, I think. Anyway, that's those two. And the final tree, probably one of the better trees. Well, it's a nice stock tree that I've transformed, grown for the years. It's actually got really nice nabari. You can pretty much see that clearly. Don't worry about the weeds. I can pluck them for you for free. It's got a really nice nabari on there. You can probably see that. It's got some really nice movement. I've given it a good trim at last in December to get it cleaned up. That's the back of the tree. It's a lovely little tree. It's only it's a nice shohin, potential shohin style, shohin size. It's probably 20 centimetres, I reckon, from there to there. About 20 centimetres. But nabari is really nice small tree. You just need to grow it on. You just need to get the pads going. Just more time. I just don't have enough time to spend on these trees, but someone else will. But it's probably the pick of the lot. Nice little sheen-sized black pine that you can really get looking good. Okay, that's it for now. That's all I've got at the moment. I haven't prepared anything else. I'll see what else will come up. But what else probably will come up is a lot more expensive trees, bigger trees, if I do intend to sell. But here's what I've got for now. A lot of good starter material for new people. Some good stuff like this little tree. If you're really keen to grow on a good tree and have a nice little tree in very short time frame, yeah. Give us a bell if you want on Bonsai Works. Bonsai Works at gmail.com. Bonsai Works with an X on the end, WORX. So you can you'll see that in the comments anyway. And I'll send you through the PDF. I'll number everything and price everything so you guys can see it all clear. Alright guys, thanks for the support. Appreciate you watching the channel, and I know last time I had these sales they just flew out the door, so hope you're having the same success and help me keep supporting this passion of mine. Thanks guys, see you next time.